think we're live. Maybe.
7 seconds into it.
This is the Veteran Wargamer. I'm your host, Jay Arnold, and welcome to Virtual J3. We're playing What a Tanker, hosted by my brother Chris Arnold, aka Not Jay. Joining us also is our good friend Mike Burke, as well as Elon Mitchell-Smith. And new to the Veteran Wargamer is David Ackerman, who is a member of the J3 crew, as I refer to us. And David, since you are the only person that's not been on my podcast or on one of my streams, you have to answer the age-old question I ask all of our guests. What makes you a Veteran Wargamer?
He's on mute.
Is he on mute?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Oh, now he is.
Oh, that's the action cam. There he is. Oh, yeah, David's on mute now.
Now he muted himself. Hold on.
Oh.
This is...
I'm happy to answer for him.
This is quality entertainment, folks.
That's right. We're glad you tuned in.
You get what you paid for.
Their mic is not connected. Oh, no. We've got some technical difficulties. Hold on.
Jay, I think he's on the other side, so let's just play now, quick.
I'm okay with that. Drive right into the basements, Elon, as all your questions. Jay, personally, his tactic is to drive his tank right down the barrel of my main.
Right, yeah. That happened the last... We streamed that game, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I drove right down the middle of the board and right into his gun sights. Let's see. I've got stuff going on. This is not exactly invigorating. For our 3 viewers out there, we were at 4, and one already got bored and left. Feel free to post a message in the message stream there on the right of your screen, and we will get to those answers. Longtime friend of the Not J Tabletop Gaming, Reese Crawford says, "Thanks for making quarantine more bearable, gentlemen." Well, Reese, we hope you're doing well. Sounds like you are under the weather, or at least became positive momentarily, and hopefully that you get through that pretty easily. So hold on a second. Okay. David's communicating with me via Facebook Messenger here.
I see him chewing on something.
Says the...
This is pride.
Oh, now you can see me.
And hear you.
Now, okay, wonderful. I have no
There it
idea
is.
what the problem was.
Okay. Well, David's back. So, as I was saying about 3 minutes ago, since Chris, Mike, and Elon have all either been on... Well, actually, no, they've all been on the podcast, but you have not. So that means you get to answer the question that I ask all of my guests, and what makes you a veteran wargamer?
I suspect just having played war games since the mid-'80s.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy war games. I play war games. I mostly lose, but I have a good time.
I wish I'd known that before we started this one.
Hey, I'm following your plan, and I'm not rolling the dice. So,
Well, and I do have to say, David, you've got a great knack for putting on very characterful, narrative-driven games. Notice that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the shirt. Never mind. Sorry.
No, I feel like the Old Hammer shirt also. Old Hammer is the best hammer, as we all know. And I think we're all in agreement on this current stream. But we are not playing any hammer currently. We are playing...
No, not at the moment. We are playing What a Tanker.
What a Tanker from Two Fat Lardies, written by Nick Skinner. This game came out, I want to say it's about 4 or 5 years ago now. We've had a lot of fun with it, with World War II games, as well as modifying it for hard science fiction games, as well as games set in the Rogue Trader era of...
What a hammer, as it were.
What's that?
What a hammer.
What a hammer.
What a hammer.
What a rogue tanker, I've also referred to it as. But
I like it.
So we are playing in a imaginations or ahistorical or speculative history, whatever term you want to use, setting. We've got the Outlanders versus the Krautlanders. So the Krautlanders are not Germans, but they are using equipment that's very familiar to folks who have studied World War II, as far as the folks that have the Balkenkreuz on their turrets. And now, Chris, are you calling them Outlanders or something else?
They will eventually be called something else.
Oh, okay.
Like during the game, or-
Specifically, the unit is right now. It's the 54th Westland Hussars,
Okay. All right. I like that.
or also known as the Westies,
The
and
Westies.
their mascot is a white Westie dog.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very good. All right. Now, for those not familiar, what a tanker, most of the time you're playing a single tank. You are basically taking the role of a tank commander, and you have the opportunity to move and fight your tank on an individual basis. You do all of your actions with one tank, and then it's the next tank's turn, and it could go back and forth between the two sides. So, Chris, how many tanks are we starting off on the table?
We're starting off with 6. The Krautlanders will have 2 Stugs, 2 Stug 3s. These guys, right? I'd hold it up higher, but it gets lost in the darkness.
Yeah.
So 2 of these guys and a Jagdpanther.
Yay.
is that the heavy one? Is that the
Yeah, that's the one with the 88 millimeter of fun on the nose.
It's a bad Bama Jamma.
The Americans are coming to town. Hold on.
The Westies are coming to town.
The Westies. are coming
Should
to
I be
town.
snapping my fingers?
Yeah. Westies are coming to town with a couple of M10s, Wolverines.
Okay.
Yeah, those will last long.
26. Pershing. And it's got 90 millimeter of goodness.
Reese says,
That's
when
what-
you're a
that's what
jet,
everybody's
yes,
starting
you
with.
are indeed a jet all the way.
From your first cigarette.
To your last dying day.
Yes.
So, a couple things that I want to mention. The river is fordable. However, it is considered a major linear obstacle. And that means when you're moving along, no matter how much movement you have to stop at the edge. Your next turn, you have to use a movement die and use both movement dice to hop over.
Okay.
And then the next turn, you can continue moving as needed. The only place that does not happen is here at the bridge. You can come up, cross, and go across like that.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. If there are trees inside, like here or over here,
On a piece of felt, yeah.
on a piece of felt, that entire piece of felt is considered treed. They're full trees. Same thing with up here on the hills.
Okay.
These 3 hills are all considered to be completely tree covered. The only one that's not is the one with the church. And where you see trees is where the trees are.
Makes sense.
Making no differentiation between the heights of the hedgerows. They're all able to be shot over. They do provide concealment, so it gives it takes an extra aim or an extra acquire. Excuse me. It takes an extra acquire to see them if they're behind the hedgerows.
Sure.
Let me think here.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that so? Is there a place where you can be in the hedgerow with your barrel in front, kind of at the edge of it, where you benefit, but you are able to shoot out?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even the big ones here,
Okay.
they're all the same height, so you'll take advantage of the concealment. So if you're sitting here and the Pershing is sitting here, for the Pershing to acquire the target, it's going to take an additional acquire because you're behind the hedge.
But you won't have to spend that additional acquire to get the Persian.
Correct. That's
Great,
correct.
thank you.
And we'll get into acquire and aim and all that here in just a minute.
Got a comment from one of our viewers. Oh, I forgot. Says good afternoon, Tankers. Good afternoon. I'm not. Is that one of your not Jay guys?
Yeah, that's Dave Hall. Hi, Dave.
Okay.
How you doing, buddy? Thanks for dropping in. Hope you enjoy the show. All right. One other thing is this here. It's a vineyard. You can roll into it when you're in it, within the square. It's like being behind a
Hedgerow.
hedgerow. If you're behind it, you can't see through it though. So,
But if I'm in it, I can see out.
correct. That's no good. You're now considered as if you were in a hedgerow.
Cool.
So it blocks line of sight.
Wow.
All right. And then buildings and walls are as they are.
Can you point real quick to which are walls as opposed to hedgerows?
Yeah, so we got walls here
Uh-huh.
and here.
Okay, but all right, cool.
Yeah. Everything else is a hedgerow. Right along here. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, real quick. What's the height of a tank compared to the levels of terrain?
So all the hills will block line of sight,
Even at the lowest level.
even at the lowest level.
Cool, thanks.
All right. So I guess the best thing to do now would be to go ahead and discuss the rules. They're very basic. If everybody takes a look at their tank sheet, and I will see if I can. I'll use the action cam here. If you want to switch over to action cam, Jay.
Yeah.
All right. So along the side here, you've got the command dice. So what you'll do is at the beginning of your turn, you'll pick up your 6 command dice and roll them. And they will come up as one is a drive, acquire, aim, shoot, reload, or wild. Each drive die will give you 2 dice of forward movement. So you'll pick up 2 dice and roll. The number of pips that come up are the number of inches you can move your vehicle that turn. if you have multiple drive, if you have multiple ones, you can either lump all of the dice together, or you can do it two at a time. Your choice. Okay. Also, you can rotate if you are a turreted vehicle, which the Germans are not starting with turrets, or excuse me, the Krautlanders are not starting with turrets. The Westies do have turrets, so they can turn their turret up to 60 degrees in either direction per move die used. Even if they're sitting still, if they want to turn that turret, they have to have a move die. Okay, the next thing is acquire. Obviously, you have to acquire your target. And this is, basically your spot roll. Now, as I stated, if I'm behind a hedge, it's going to require an additional acquire. So if I'm out here like this, that's one die. If I'm back behind here, that's two dies. Now, if you are unbuttoned and you are acquiring this vehicle, you get an automatic acquire. So you don't have to have a 2 if you're unbuttoned to acquire like this. If you are unbuttoned, you'd have to have 1 acquire here. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
All
That
right.
tank looks great too. That's a great paint job on that tank.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's the disadvantage of remaining unbuttoned, Chris?
Oh, disadvantage of remaining unbuttoned is when hit, your attacker receives 1 additional strike die. So this guy goes from like 10 to 11. This one goes to 11 if you're unbuttoned.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Aim. Aim is different than acquire. Acquire is just seeing, hey, I've got it out there. Aim is the entire crew is focusing on attacking that vehicle. You have to have at least 1 aim to be able to shoot. Now you can add again, though, if I'm behind this hedge, that requires a second aim. I can add additional aim to lower my to-hit number. So if I'm at 48 inches or less, I normally need to roll a 6 or better on 2d6. If I'm over 48 inches, it has to be a 7 or better on 2d6s. As I add additional aim beyond what's required, that will lower that number needed to hit. So, everybody got that?
Yep.
Okay. Shoot is exactly what it sounds like. The number 4 is a shoot. Once I've acquired my target, once I have aimed at my target, I then get to pull the trigger. At that point in time, you pick up your 2d6 and you roll. If you're less than 48 inches, it's a 6 or better plus modifiers. If you're over 48 inches, it's a 7 or better plus modifiers. 5 is a reload. Exactly what it sounds like. Once you've shot, you're unloaded. You got to slam a shell back into the breech. And hopefully you're still aimed. You're still acquired. And you have a shoot die and you can shoot again. And then wild is there's multiple things you can do with it. The primary thing is that you can change this die into any one of the other dice. So if you really need that additional acquire and you roll a 6, you can make that into a 2. If you're aimed and you're loaded, you're aimed, you're acquired, but you don't have a shoot, you can make it into a shoot. There are other things you can do to it, like you can recover a temporary damage die. You can +1 to your shooting to hit target. You can add additional strike dice, or you can bump the next initiative roll. And we're going to talk about initiative here in just a second, because we do it a little differently than what's in the book itself in situations like this, because it just works out better. So, any questions about the command dice and how that works?
It seems like that's exactly the same on every tank.
Yes.
Okay, so are there special rules besides the armor and the strike?
Yes. So some tanks have additional attributes. So, for instance, we'll take a look at the Stug 3. The Stug 3 has got low profile and tank destroyer. What low profile does is it requires an additional acquire to acquire it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just so small in comparison. And Jay, does that require an additional aim also, or no?
No, just an additional acquire.
Yeah, additional acquire. And then it's also a tank destroyer, which allows you to change any one die to an aim. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's on page 55 of the rules.
Yeah.
Could you real quick just go over what fast is?
Fast gives any one. You can take any one die and make it a drive die.
Great, thank you.
Yep. Okay. So the Wolverines, the M10 Wolverines, we've got fast and tank destroyer. The M26 Pershing's got fast. The M4s and the Panzer IVs don't have anything. Now, how
again? I'm sorry.
What's that?
I missed tank destroyer. What does that do?
Tank destroyer allows you to change any one die to acquire.
Acquire. Got it.
Aim.
Aim. I'm sorry. Aim. Yes.
One of the A's.
Yeah. A 3, not a 2. Now, how we're going to, normally how the game, how initiative is run with the game, is that everybody would roll a d6 and the high die wins. Well, that gets a little, for lack of a better term, dicey with so many players. So what we're going to do is I've got this bag that's got these chips in it, and I'm going to pull the chips out, and it's basically my dealer button. Whatever my first one I pull out will go here, the second here, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. The next turn, the dealer button moves, and that's the first chip that gets pulled, going down the line with the last one there. And we just keep rotating through as we go. Make sense?
Kill.
All right. So, in my opinion, there's no better way to learn to play the game than to play the game.
Yay!
So, as we go along, if you've got questions, stop and say, "Hey, I don't know what's going on. Can you tell me what's going on?"
Before we begin, are we assumed to all be buttoned and loaded? Start.
No, you start unbuttoned.
Start unbuttoned.
Yeah. Now,
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Thing to remember with the thing to remember with the Wolverines,
Mm-hmm.
they can never be buttoned.
Oh, they can never be buttoned. All right.
They're open topped.
They're open top vehicles.
Great.
Sorry, real quick, what's the command die to button or to unbutton?
So at the end of your turn, you can say, "Hey, I am going to button," if you're unbuttoned, or I'm going to unbutton if you are buttoned. Basically, that just means the commander has pulled himself down into the vehicle and closed his hatch.
Okay, cool. And it looks like on our side, it looks like the Stoogs and the Jagdpanther don't have turrets. So what's their arc of fire like?
It's 60 degrees.
Okay.
So I've got this guy right here. And basically have out that like that.
We can't quite see that, but I think I get the idea.
Here, we'll go this way. Out that like that.
Great. Thanks.
All right. All right. Germans, you get to set up first.
Krautlanders.
Excuse me. Krautlanders, you get to set up first.
Fascist.
The Krautlanders are not fascist.
They just love pickled cabbage a
They just
lot.
love pickled cabbage. They're in a narco syndicalist commune.
Who doesn't love pickled cabbage, really?
Yeah. Well, see that's the big I think that's the big beef here. Is one side likes their pickled cabbage with pimento, the other doesn't.
I got it.
Them's fighting.
Is there any benefit for being up high in terms of intervening terrain?
What's that? I'm sorry.
The benefit for being up high on intervening terrain. So if I was going to camp out on the highest elevation level, right there in the bottom center,
Right here?
yeah, is that going to give
Not
me?
really. No.
Okay.
This isn't Star Wars. The high ground doesn't matter.
All
Oh,
right.
come on, people. Come on.
But you would be, Elon, in that case, you would be in cover of those trees, though, if you camped out on that hill.
Right.
Right. Sure. Okay.
All right. Krautlanders, you can deploy up to the 2 foot mark.
Okay.
All
So
right.
basically, even with the backside of the farmhouse there. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang!
And here.
Okay.
They get to go that far?
Yep. Hey, they're defending.
Their hometown or something?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't realize the goddamn battlefield was right next to the factory.
Okay.
So, hey,
Why?
Jay,
Yeah, Elon, go ahead.
are you feeling like we want to start exposed and ready to fire, or behind some kind of cover or obscurement?
Well, I'd probably like to start behind some cover. Sure.
That's what I was thinking too. So I'll go ahead and place myself, and then you can place yours if that works.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, I'm going to be directly. Can you point direction to south or north on the board?
We'll call that north.
Okay, cool.
The
I'm going
far
to
end
be
of the
direct-
table from the camera is north.
Okay, cool. I'll be directly south of the hill, and I think I'm going to be pointing. I don't know if it's a good choice. I think I'm going to just like that, pointing straight at it, but maybe a little bit closer to it, just like right up against it. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
And that's the Jagdpanther.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
All right. Jay, Stug 1 does
Stug-
not have the road wheel on the glacis.
Stug 1's going to be on the west side of the board. Your other west.
Your military west.
Stage
That's why
west.
it's in communications and not land nav.
Okay. Let's put it behind the copse of trees on the hill next to the church, kind of nestled in between the church and the trees.
It requires me to walk around.
No, you're in the right neighborhood there, though.
Pointed out like this or the other way.
Maybe pointing to the northeast.
Oh, I like how
I
the
see
terrain,
the terrain
moves
moves.
around for the Krautlander. Wow, just the of Krautlandian physics.
Are you saying you've never had a moving experience at church, Mike?
Oh dear Lord, that was
Oh,
horrible.
I'm about to start speaking in tongues here in a minute. We're
Tongues
right
of
next
fire,
to the
hopefully.
stew factory, and the church just walked away, and the forest just jumped 2 inches to the right to fit the.
All right, Stug 2 will be
That's
on.
okay. We've got some tongues of fire for this situation.
Okay, let's go ahead and put that Stug 2 between the edge of the board and that wall. Yeah, right there-ish. Maybe back just a hair, and maybe a little closer to the wall. Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
All right. Westies. Where are you wanting to be?
I'd like you to magic the river out of my way.
So see,
let's call on Moses to part the waters.
That's right.
So
They're not playing this game.
So you would need to have the 354th Engineering Battalion, and they're not here yet.
You know, that's a bunch of crap. Any rate, can I get the action cam to give us a view from our side of the table?
Yeah.
And where's our where's our flat? Our forward line of troops, or what have you.
You can go.
Well, I'm gonna get car sick.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to see it. You can go 12 inches in.
Okay, perfect. Where does and your that tape right there is 12 inches?
Yep.
Can you turn that around so I can see the end of the tape? Oh yeah. Okay.
You want to place first, Mike, or you want me to place first?
Well, I'll go ahead since I got 2 tanks. Chris, put my Pershing right there at the end of the tape at the water's edge right there. I think that'll do. And David, if I'm not mistaken, what we discussed, that should leave room if you decide to do that.
I'm that seems like a solid plan at this but I'm not sure. You're not exactly where I thought you were going to be, and so I'm no longer certain how I'm supposed to set up.
That's because we're looking at it backwards.
Do you want me to immediately to the west of that Pershing?
Sure.
Does that sound correct?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hey, Jay,
All right.
switch us back over to action cam. There we go. Thusly, boys.
Now, basically, I'm at the edge of the water there, right? So does that count as the end of my turn? You see what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about David? Does he get to go to the edge? No?
He can't get all. He cannot get all the way to the edge.
Okay. Is there any way I can set this up where we do? That's kind of what I'm.
Well, keep
You
in
see what
mind
I'm
Mike,
getting
that
at?
Pershing's got fast.
Oh,
Well,
good. The head
my
charge is
understanding
moving. I
is
love it.
no matter what happens, you have to end your move at the river whenever you get to it.
Right.
Where I'm at, I'm actually doing that this turn.
Yes.
So if I'm not mistaken, what happens here is David's tank will stop at the river next turn.
Well, he'll stop.
Well,
He'll stop at turn 1.
Depends
He
on how many
will
drive dice
cross
he has.
over turn 2. You can't. There's not enough room for both of you to cross at the same on the same turn.
Oh, I
anyway.
got you. Okay. Either way, we're gonna have to. Okay, so this is actually not terrible.
No.
Okay.
Well, keep in mind also if you have multiple drive dice, you should be able to clear that and move out of the area.
Right.
Yeah. Once you're over
Right.
and you've got enough drive dice, you can keep going.
David, does that work for you?
That's fine with me if it's all right with you.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you want your last M10?
Let me put it on the west side. There we go. Now I can see. Can you pan up a little bit so I can see what's in front of that? All right. Let us pan it back down again. Put it right at the top of that tree there, that 12 inches, but on the other side of that small. Nope. Right. Go back left. Is that? Oh, is it? You know what? That'll. Stop touching it, Chris. Can I put it right there on the tree?
It's gonna put it on top of the tree. Okay.
Sure. That'll do.
Would you like it more centered in the in that area?
Sure.
All right. There, I moved trees for you too. You whiny. All right, gentlemen. Is everybody set the way they want to be set?
Yep, let's roll.
All right. Wolverine 2. Which one is that between the two of you guys? Between Mike and David, who's Wolverine 2?
Was that first?
Yeah.
Make
well,
it,
not first. I'm just letting you know Wolverine 2 is got the
initiative.
They are getting
Flying first.
3. All right, Stug 2. Jay,
Yeah.
you got 5.
Okay, you might put the action cam on the boards, on the dashboards.
All right. Okay. Pershing is 4.
Yeah.
Yak Panther
Yay, the good guys.
1.
Yes.
Oh,
Wolverine 1.
Come on, 6.
Number 2.
Ah.
And the last Stug, of course, is numero 60.
All right. It just means I get a good look at what everyone does before I hatch my plan.
Where I am not seeing Jack here. Wolverine, okay, that's Wolverine 2, and the Pershing's number is what? 4, and the other Wolverine is 2.
Oh, okay. At least we'll be going back and forth then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Yak Panther 1. Then Wolverine. Then Wolverine. Then Pershing. Then Stug. Then Stug. All right, gentlemen.
Okay, so the Pershing's moving last for our side.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Eli,
yeah.
pick up your D6s, 6 of them.
And I don't have to say what I want to do yet. I can roll and see what I get first, right?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Ooh. All right. 2 1s, 2 3s, a 4, and a 5. So let me look here what I want to try and get done. Can what is there a difference in this game between obscurement and cover?
Not really.
So being in the woods is more or less the same as being half behind the hill.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, Elon, with your role, the critical thing is here you don't have any 2s for acquiring. So unless they're completely in the open, because unless you do something really wild, you're probably not going to acquire this turn.
Yeah.
But you do have the movement to kind of maybe skirt. Actually, you might be able to skirt around to the left side of that hill.
Left side.
Yeah, our left. And then you'll have since you're unbuttoned, you'll be able to acquire that M10.
I disagree.
Because you'll be going past to the left of that small stand of trees between the stream and the road. If you line it up properly.
Yeah, and I'm already loaded, right?
You are already loaded, yes.
I think that telephone pole's in the way.
I'm fairly certain the hull of an M10 is a little bit beefier than a telephone pole.
I disagree.
It's a pretty
All right,
small
so
tank.
Chris-
It's really
Chris-
pretty light.
Chris,
We're
does it seem
far
like I
away.
can? Chris, does it seem like I can
And the
acquire
Krautlanders. Have you seen a Krautlander telephone pole lately? They make beefy telephone poles.
Chris, does it seem like I can acquire that M10? Is that going to work?
You have to get there, but you should be able to. Here, if you want
Okay.
to switch over
I'm
to.
going to use.
I think you're scared, Elon. I don't think you're going to do it.
I am scared. I'm quaking. I'm going to use the 5 that I rolled because I'm not going to reload this round. I don't think.
You always, if you've got to reload and you do shoot, you want to go ahead and reload because.
Oh, you can do that all in the same round?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you
So
don't have to use your dice in order. So
I
in
got
this
you.
case, you
But my feeling right now, I have 2 1s for movement, and my feeling is that what happened?
Oh, your tank broke down. Thanks for playing.
Looks like we buttoned up hard. So it looks like I need to rotate once. Then if I roll well on my movement, I could clear the edge of that hill.
Mhm.
But then I think I'll need to rotate a second time once I get there to have them in my arc of fire. So I think I need 3 moves.
Not necessarily, because what you can do is you can move or you can have up to 90 degrees worth of turning as part of one drive die.
You know what? But apparently that doesn't do me any more good than just driving straight forward to the edge of the hill.
Well, you'd have to clear the left side of that stand of trees between the stream and the road.
Oh, I see where you're going.
You need to be over here.
Yeah. So
To be able to-
Jay, why is it I don't need the second? But
Oh, you'll use both your drive dice probably.
you don't think I need a third to rotate back?
Yeah, if you want to move back, that wouldn't be a bad idea because you've got the aim
No,
dice
sorry, to
use.
rotate to get them into my arc of fire.
Oh, because you get up to 90 degrees worth of turning as part of one die worth of movement.
Oh, and you can use it now and then later.
Yep.
Oh, cool. All right, then let's
Okay.
well, hell with it. That sounds good. Let's do that then. So I'll use 1 to rotate.
No, it's all part. So you're going to dedicate one of your drive dice. And
Uh-huh.
you're going to take 2d6 to see how far you can actually move on that drive dice.
All right. And I got 8 or 7.
Okay.
Sorry, 7. Yeah, that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7.
And then the second drive dice is going to be another 2d6 worth of movement.
And you'll just be able to drive right around that hill
Exactly.
and be on the axis of fire that you want.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wasn't the first drive die so that I could rotate, and then the second drive die was my movement?
No. You get up to 90 degrees worth of turning as part of that movement.
Right, that's what you said before, and I didn't put it together in my head. All right, cool. So my second drive die is going to take me to clear the
Yep.
hill for the line of sight on the M10.
Yep, for another
Yep.
2d6 worth of movement.
Yeah, and I think I probably have this fine, but 10 inches if I want it, which I don't. I'd like to have still to have some cover.
Me too.
All right. That gets you.
Okay, and then
Since
and then, I
you
can, and then I can acquire it for free, right?
Yeah, because
Correct.
he's in the open and you're
All right,
unbuttoned.
and then I'm going to aim twice because I have 2 3s.
What I would do, Elon, is go ahead and save one of those 3s to turn because you're fast. After you're done shooting, use that other 3, turn it into a drive die, and then back out, back
Ooh.
into cover.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Shoot,
So I'll
shoot.
aim once.
Yep. So you're acquired. So go ahead and move your marker over to acquired. You're aimed, and now you're going to use that 4 to shoot.
Uh-huh.
And Chris, what was the range on that?
50.
50. So that's going to be 7 or greater on 2d6.
All right. I got a 7.
That hits.
All right.
Now comes
All
the
right.
fun part.
Yeah. So you're gonna
Thanks for playing, David. See you later.
You're gonna pick up 12 D6s.
Good Lord.
Does that count the plus
Oh,
one
that's
for
a
being
mega
that
No,
button?
it does not.
Is that the rugged tank?
You're actually gonna take
Oh yes, the Wolverine is exceptionally rugged.
13.
No. I meant the
dice.
German kraut
So,
burning one.
so Chris, I'm sorry, I'm rolling 12 dice plus an additional die because he's open topped.
Correct.
All right.
Does that tank has an 11 strike? Okay.
No, it's got a 12 strike.
So he's rolling 13 dice.
Yes.
And what am I
Oh,
looking
Lord.
for here?
Good Lord.
and
Are we
sixes.
adding an extra dice every time we discuss it?
It feels like it.
Now it's the 15. Did you want to ask another question?
Yeah.
I can do this all day.
I'm looking for 5s and 6s, you say?
Our Wolverines have turned on their force fields.
I have 5.
The ion cannon is now dropping orbital bombardments.
All right, David. What you're
Yes.
gonna do is you're gonna pick up 4 D6s.
Okay.
Shit. Why did we even bring these to the fight?
You're the one that picked them.
Hey, let's have a sword fight. I'm bringing the Nerf spear.
Okay, I have 46s in hand,
All right. Hold on.
and I need to make some magic here. So what can I do?
Hold on. Eli. Real
Yeah.
quickly. How many 5s and how many 6s did you have?
I have 1 6 and 4 5s.
Okay, that's what I need to know. And you are. Hold on, bear with me. I'm looking for what you need for. Okay, if the fire score is enough to obtain a hit, then roll fire rolls 1d6 for each point of strike. Okay, we did that. Okay. Okay, you're looking for 5s and 6s also.
Okay. Here we go.
We trust you, David. We don't need to see your rolls.
I've got 2 5s.
All right. So those 2 5s save. However,
And the dozen hits that passed.
That's still 3 hits.
we have 3 hits. Exceeds the number of saves. The number of hits exceeds the number of saves by 3 or more. The target is destroyed.
Well, that was fun.
Thanks for playing, David.
David, your name is now Ray.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
We were playing this at a J3 a couple years ago. Well, the science fiction version of, and every time Ray got on the table, he just wasn't able to do anything. It just got taken out.
He never even got to move. He just got blown up.
Yep.
Okay.
It was
So,
awesome. We actually had to take mercy on him.
David.
So, can I continue my turn or
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to reload,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take off. Am I still? Well, I'm going to reload, and I'm going to use my my last 3 to change it into a 1 because of my
Okay.
fast attribute, and I'm going to back up out of line of sight.
Okay. So roll a single d6.
You wuss.
3. And along the same path that I came. Yeah, good. Thanks.
That's exactly what tank destroyers do.
Yep.
They
All right.
tanks.
Now, Elon, go ahead and take the acquired and aimed
Right.
off of.
And just if I had stayed there, I probably could have kept the acquired name because, or at least, well, I guess the target's destroyed, so both of them
Correct.
go away.
Right.
Yeah.
If you had stayed there and he had not been destroyed and he had not moved, your aim and acquired would have remained in place.
Makes sense. Yeah.
If he had backed up but not out of line of sight, you would have lost aim, but you would still have acquired.
All right.
Okay. Rattlesnake 88 says boom. Boom indeed.
For my part, I'm eating a celebratory piece of matzah. So you do the math on that for the theme of this game.
There you go. There you go. Now, David,
We peed in the matzah before the game.
No, I did. Sure. Whatever.
you can, if you want, choose the M4 76 millimeter or the M4 Easy 8.
The M4. What was the other one? The M4 Easy.
The M4 76
What's the
or
difference?
the M4 Easy 8. The difference is
Pick one that its cornhole won't get shot out in the second turn.
okay, the difference is the Easy 8 has an armor 7, whereas the 76 has got armor 6.
Take
Well, I'll
armor
go with
7.
the Easy 8 then. Easy 8 it is. We'll go with armor 7.
Okay.
Because that armor 4 didn't work out.
No, it did not.
Okay. And I am just
I want more dice.
I'm just gonna go ahead and
I don't know why the Wolverines are even in the game. Let's go to a jousting tournament. I'm going to use a unicycle.
Well, at least you don't have to use your hands on a unicycle, but you can hold the spear.
Well, the good news is we have 4 more tanks in reserve, and they're all made out of cardboard.
Dude, y'all have M4s abound.
What was it the famous Krautlander said that his Tigers could destroy 4 Shermans, but the Westies
one-
always had 5?
Yeah. Y'all still have this many M4s.
Yeah, it's, okay. We'll keep coming.
So we're going to make a parking lot on that side of the river. Thanks. No problem. No problem.
Who's got number 2?
Uh,
Or did we just destroy number 2?
That was number 3.
one
Number
M10
2.
Wolverine, lightly used. Great bargain.
Hey,
Come on, Hans. I make a
It's
deal
only-
for you.
it's only got 2 holes in it.
Yeah, one in the front and one in the back.
All right. Mr. Burke.
I guess that all right.
Your
Let us.
cracked roll of tinfoil.
Oh, for F-bomb's sake. Yeah.
You want to switch over
let's
to Action
do the-
KMJ?
Yeah, what's Jay's line of sight on that Wolverine there?
Well, none, because he's got an entire French Fromage farmhouse in front of him.
Now, is it that Wolverine's turn now? Is that what you're telling me?
Is
With
that
this?
Wolverine's turn? Because it's sure as
Okay.
hell not that Wolverine's turn.
Yeah, no, because the Pershing's going last. I forgot. Right. I might as well just roll my command dice and shut up. And that's 6, right?
Correct.
Well,
Fiddly dee.
3, 2 4s, 2 5s, and a 6, which
Well,
is
you-
about
you-
as handy as a rubber ballast right now.
You can get 2 drive dice out of that.
Right. I can use a 6 and one of my aims, right?
Or reloads.
I can use because they're doubles. Right?
No,
Was
because
that
you
the
have
rule?
the cast attribute.
No, because you have the fast attribute, you can change one of those other dice to a 1. And you're not
Okay,
going to
any other
reloading,
dice.
so.
Yeah. So I'm going to use a reload for a drive, and my wild is a drive. I can do that, right?
Yep.
And I roll those two for. Oh no, and that translates into 4 dice for movement, right?
Correct. Now
Do I roll?
you should be right now. You can get all the way up to here
Mm-hmm.
without being seen.
Well, I would like to do that.
All right. Well,
Does he have
roll
any?
them dice.
Will he be able to do roll?
Yeah.
Is that what you
pick
said?
up those- yeah. Roll to see how far you can move.
9 on the first roll.
Okay.
And 3.
So 12 inches.
12. Yeah.
Bear with me.
And if I could see Jay's tail ends poking out, that'd be great. Although I don't have any acquire, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
All right. So it gets you right here.
Okay, so that doesn't matter. I wouldn't be able to shoot anyway.
Right.
And that's pretty much it, right?
That's
Okay. And I can't. My tank commander just goes ahead and drops trow.
yeah.
Waits
Right.
the inevitable as we advance.
All right, David.
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna go ahead and let you bring on the Easy 8 along the table edge down here.
Let me. I'll just follow where that lead M10 that didn't get destroyed. I'll go to that same spot.
Okay. Well, go. We're going to start you off in the corner here.
Works for me.
Now, go ahead and roll your D6, your 66s for your command dice.
All right. Okay, I have 3 2s, a 1, a 3, and a 4.
Okay. So you've got 1 drive die. So you pick up 2 dice. Roll to
Okay.
see how far you can go.
All right. Get 2 more dice here so I can keep track of what's going on. That'll be a 3.
All right.
I pretty well puked that roll right there.
Yep. So the M4s don't have any special attributes, so we're not able to make any.
How did we win the war last time?
Remember all those M4s? You just
They may
keep,
not be special, but there's a lot of them.
you just keep hucking M4s at them.
Mm.
All right. So we are now at the Pershing.
All right. Ooh. A 1, 3 6s, 4, and a 5.
Holy Mazzola, you can get where you want to go.
Yeah, I think so.
So that first one does that.
Right.
Now you've got
And-
4 6s
Right.
that can put you damn near, with good enough rolls, damn near anywhere on the board.
Plus,
Yeah.
you're fast, so you can take another, change that 4 or 5 into a drive also.
Yeah.
6. And okay, and the second drive dice is another 6. So another 12, which can get me up onto that hill, right? Where does that get me on the hill?
Right there. 12 inches gets you right there.
Okay. And well, I'm gonna use another movement. And 4. So, and can I get a little? Keep going over towards you, Chris. but I want all my. Basically, I'd prefer to move down that direction down through the. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where does that put me right now?
Just
Yeah.
right there.
And I'm in the bushes, right?
Yeah.
Well,
At this point in time, you can't be seen.
Right. I might as well use that last movement dice, or last 6 to be a movement dice.
You have to. This is as far up as you can go and still not be seen.
That's where I'd like to be. Thank you. I rolled 5 more inches, so.
Now you fall an inch short of that point.
Okay.
So there you
Sorry,
have
my
it.
light. And that'll be it for me, boys and
All
girls.
right. All right, Jay, Stug 2. This boy right here.
All right. Rolling my command dice. I've got 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 5s. I'm going to
reload for days.
I can reload for days. I can acquire pretty well. Can aim if I wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and use a drive die. My aim is to get behind that small barn right there. Yeah. That's 10 inches. That should give me a good start.
Which direction you want to be pointing, like that?
Yeah, I hear some. Maybe shift them over just a little bit, so just the gun is just around the corner. Yeah,
Thusly.
thusly.
Weak.
And that's going to be good for him.
Yep. All
That's
right.
it.
What you got for Stug 1?
Stug 1. Oh, he's got a 1, 3 2s, a 3, and a 6.
Plenty of movement.
Possibly. And we've already said that the hedges don't completely block line of sight. They just provide.
Correct.
They're a minor terrain feature.
Now, keep in mind, if you're crossing 2,
No, I get that.
Wait, what happens when you cross 2?
This here
Yeah.
does block line of sight. Crossing 3 is a complete block.
Does it do anything to movement?
They're linear objects, so it would it'd be, well, it's actually worse than going through the river. They're impassable unless you've got a break between them.
Okay.
Makes sense
What
to
about
me.
if you have what if you have about a bokage cutter? Just the bokage
None of
cutter.
First off, the Krautlanders don't know what that is.
Oh, never mind.
Secondly, the Westies only have 1 tank with that, and it's not on board yet.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What I'd like to do, I'm going to use the 1 that I have. That got me 10. I'm going to go ahead and move into those woods, kind of skirting to the south of that. No. The woods that it's right next to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on the south edge of those woods, pointing towards the Pershing, but completely obscured from that other Wolverine. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
And you already determined that Pershing is out of line of sight completely. It's far enough back.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
It's about 5 inches back from all directions.
I will reserve my 6 for the next turn.
Okay. All right. That is everything.
All righty.
So let's go ahead and put the chips back in the bag.
And Jay, when you reserve your 6, that means that you're just going to get an initiative bump. Is that what that is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many
So
dice
if he gets the 3, he becomes the 2, and the 2 becomes the 3.
The 1, yeah.
Cool.
How many dice? How many dice can you reserve, and what kind? Can you reserve anything other than sixes?
No. All right. Stoog 2 is a 4.
Yay.
Pershing, you're a 5.
Yay.
Yay!
Jagdpanther, you're a 3.
Hmm.
Wolverine 1, the only Wolverine left. You're a 6.
Oh.
Hey,
Stu,
Chris, do
what?
you say
You're-
that's the only Wolverine left because I destroyed the other Wolverine? Is that why you said it that way? Because the other Wolverine is dead?
Yeah, that's exactly why I said it.
And it's not in the game anymore because I destroyed it?
Right.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Hey, Elon, do you
I'm
have a
still
good
here.
dental
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Oh, do you have a good dental plan? And are you coming with Big 3 in August?
All right. EC8, you're number 1. So, Jay,
So where was Stug 1?
Stoog 1 was 2.
Okay, so Stug 1 is now number 1 because
Correct.
that's 6 reserved. Okay.
Yep. EC8, you're now number 2. So, Jay, what you gonna do when she says goodbye?
Well, I'm going to roll a 1, a 2, and 3. A 1, a 2, a 4, and 3 6s.
That'd be great if you had a target.
I know.
Well, don't worry, our side is just going to stand still for the rest of the game, apparently. As our initiative remains 5s and 6s.
I've got it. Hey, the Easy 8's got a 1. I'm not sure why I'm not going first.
Because he reserves that 6.
Because it
So
says
he gets to go in front of me. I
Right.
don't like this. I don't like this at all.
It doesn't affect you one way or the other.
Yeah,
that's
this
true.
doesn't do much
All right,
good.
that's fair.
This doesn't do much good this turn. So I'm just going to reserve the 6, I guess.
Okay. So,
And was that the one
David.
you just moved to, Jay?
Yeah.
Was that your one on
Yep.
the far right, left there? Okay.
Far left, yeah.
This means I actually get to do something now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll 6 dice?
correct.
Just drive out in the
Oh, boy.
open. What's the difference?
What now?
Nothing.
I have 2 6s, 2 5s, and 2 1s.
Well,
Well,
you can get moving. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure.
Let's do a little moving. Do I get to roll 4 dice, or do I get to roll 2 dice twice? What's
You get to
Generally
roll. You've got 2 1s and 2 6s. If you wanted to, you can roll each one individually. So you can roll 2 dice and roll 2 dice, or you can roll all 4 dice at once. Then you can see where you are and determine what you want to do with those 6s. You can make those more 1s, and 2 dice of movement for each of those 6s becoming 1s.
all right? Let me and I'm assuming I start unbuttoned, correct?
Correct. And you'll remain unbuttoned until the end of the turn when you can say, I'm buttoning for the next turn, or from that point forward.
Okay, so I'm guessing my best move is to move. We'll start with that. Let's roll 2 dice, see where
Okay.
that gets us.
So, Jay, you want to switch over to action cam?
Yep.
I've got 8. I got a move of 8.
Okay, so
Nice.
Make up for the
here's where you
target
are
move from
now.
the last time. All right.
That's where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what is in front of you. Just the other side of those trees is your cousin, your buddy.
Right. It can the. Let me. Can I get an overview of the battlefield briefly?
Give you an idea.
Right.
This is where you are now.
Oh, let's see here.
We don't have ray guns, but we've got drones, apparently.
Right, of course. What do you think, Mike? What do you think if I go around that farmstead to the other side towards the vineyard? You think that's a terrible idea, or you think I should just follow you?
Well, I That's a great question. Because if you turn into the vineyard, you'll get as far as the vineyard, but then you've got Elon and Jay just sitting there waiting to pop you. Yeah, that massive gun is just in a really great spot, frankly.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Stay in cover for as long as possible.
Well, that's why the vineyard provides. Does the vineyard provide? No, the vineyard does not provide cover, or what? I'm trying to remember.
So
They
the
can't
vineyard,
control it. Go ahead.
if you're on this side of the vineyard, anything on this side of the vineyard cannot see you.
So
If you
yes,
get
the vineyard
into
does
if
provide
you get
cover.
into the vineyard is then like bocage, like a hedgerow.
And Chris, I'm sorry, what is two, if you're looking past two hedgerows, what does that do?
That gives you one additional acquire for each hedgerow.
Yeah, so it seems like if you come straight up that west side, that'll give you the most cover for the longest if you're trying to get close to us. But sorry, I'm not giving advice to the I guess I am giving advice to the opposite team. That's what it seems like from where I am.
Hey, you know what? The great thing is, this is a non-competition game. It's among friends, and
Yeah,
Well, and we're learning, except I have to win. No.
I remember that about you now.
As I look
Yeah.
at the board, that's what I don't want you to do, right? Like I would rather you try and take the vineyard, because then at some point you're going to have to pop out right in front of me in the open ground. Whereas the other way, it's just going to be a lot harder for me to take a shot, it seems like.
I mean, if I could, is it possible to go? Can we knock down the stone walls, or are those an impassable barrier?
they're essentially impassable. However, you can go through here, and you can go through here.
Oh, you can go
hell
through
yeah.
that.
There's a gate here.
All
Take
right,
that.
I'll go through
Take
the
that
middle.
route.
I'm going through
You're
the
going to
middle
end
of
up
the farm.
popping in that courtyard anyway. Like Elon said, what I don't like about the vineyard route is you're going to give him an opportunity to take a shot at you at some point. And
Okay.
as
So,
we-
David, what you're telling me
Yes.
is you want to move your first 8 inches. You want to move to here, basically.
Yes, and it's entirely. I mean, I'm inside a cover. I'm heading
Yeah.
towards that farm, towards the
Yeah.
farmstead.
Okay.
And then my second 8 inches, my second roll rather, excuse me, is a 4.
So your second 8 inches is 4 inches.
My second 8 inches is 4 inches. Yes, that's what she
All right.
said. Oh, wait.
All
Dave,
right.
don't
So
lie. She never said anything to you.
now, the thing to remember at this point.
Eric
You've got
Huck
those
joins
two
us and
sixes.
says, low profile TD for the win. Hi, Eric. How are you, buddy? Looking forward to playing with you later this evening.
Yes, definitely. You've got those 2 6s. Those 2 6s can be turned into 1s.
Yeah,
So you've
but
got-
it's hardly guaranteed that that's going to happen. Or can I just choose what to do with them, or do I have
Yeah.
to roll them?
No, those
Oh, really?
6s can become 1s.
Yeah, they're wild.
You do.
Okay, I
within
thought I had to.
one
I
of
thought I had to re-roll the darn things.
Nope.
I'll make one of them into a 1.
Okay, and then you can
for a little
reserve
bit more
one.
movement, and I will reserve one for the next turn.
Exactly.
That's
how
what
you
we're gonna
begin.
do.
There you go.
All right, and so I now have another 6 inches of movement. If that'll get me into the further into that farmstead, it gets me, the happier I
It
am.
gets you right there, right at the corner.
Perfect.
All right. 3.
Chris, Eric says, I see some new terrain. Great looking table.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, some new stands of trees, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Elon.
Eric is right. That really is a very pretty table.
It really
Thank
is,
you.
yeah. I have that same mat and I love it. So the way I'm seeing it, I don't think that I have the bad guys. I don't think I've.
You are the bad
One's-
guys.
No, Mike, you're the bad guys.
No, no.
Would you- Can I trace any kind of line of sight?
I've never invaded another country without. Never mind. I'm sorry. Where's the mute button?
I think I'm crossing 3 or more linear obstacles to get to the only tank I might be able to see on the west side, and on the east side, there's no tank I can see because it's too far in. Is that right?
Correct.
Correct. Yeah. At this point in time, you don't have sight on anything. Even if you move into position, you wouldn't have sight.
Yeah. So I think this is just a turn where I wait. I mean, Jay, was anything you would recommend?
Just sit tight.
What you want to do is go ahead and roll your dice, because if you get a 6, you're going to hold that 6.
All right. I'm just wondering if I mean, I kind of like the side of the hill that I'm on. I could try and change it up, but yeah. All right.
Go ahead and roll your 6s.
Yeah, I got 2 6s, and I'll put them both. Can I put them both to initiative?
You can only hold 1.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
Don't be greedy, Elon. Come on.
I want all the 6s, all the initiative. Sign me up.
Oh.
I rolled 7 6s.
You rolled
Stoop
7
2.
6s on 66. All right.
You said Stoop 2, correct?
Yes.
All right. Stoop 2 rolls 2 3 1s, a 2, a 3, and a 6. And yet there is still no target.
Nope.
I don't want to. I mean, I guess I could ram. That would not end up well because that Pershing's got like armor 10 or 11, right?
She's sitting in armor 10.
Yeah. No, thank you.
You're sitting in armor 7.
7. Yeah. Yeah. Ramming's an option, but it's not my favorite option.
At the end of the day, those tank destroyers just aren't tanks, are they?
No. Although the Stoogs is close to a tank as you get with. Anyway, I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna hold on to reserve that 6.
All right. And then 5. Mr. Pershing.
All right.
There's something about getting off the pot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa. 5 1s and a 2. Well, it's going to do something.
I mean, if you roll high enough, you can get off board.
I'm guessing
you only need 37 inches. That's what she said.
Heaven help us. And the other one's a 2. That is stupidiculous. Well, and I'm fast, so I can change that 2 to a 1 as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 1s, because I've got nothing else to do.
12d6.
All you got to do is average 6 on 12 dice. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, why couldn't my stupid Wolverine do that? But at any rate, let's start by rolling a pair of dice. What I should do is roll those and park right behind that J. Just drive around in a big circle and
stop right behind this dude. I love it.
You ain't got the stones.
All right.
What happens
with the dice?
Hey, Chris, explain to us the ramming rules here. Could I ram him?
You could. Let me see.
And how would that work? It's the corner, right?
Ramming another tank requires the use of 3 drive dice plus any additional drive dice needed to cross obstacles or to turn. Both tanks involved in the collision roll a number of d6 equal to their armor factor. Any 5s rolled result in the other tank losing 1 command die as temporary damage. Any 6s rolled result in other tank losing 1 command die permanent and counting against the hull. Kills obtained by ramming or collisions do not earn kill rings.
That hardly seems fair.
So,
Well, whatever the case, my first roll was a 5.
okay. That gets you to the edge.
And I can't do any rolling. 4. Yeah, so much for your averages, Chris.
Hey, you can still do it. I mean, you only need another 27 inches.
On 8d6.
11.
Yeah. 15.
Ah. All right.
27 might be achievable on 8d6.
What you got?
4.
This tank is being commanded by Lieutenant Ronald Spears' brother, Donald.
Hey, he's sticking with the mission.
Yeah, true.
You only got to get 12 and a half more inches.
9.
Yeah, that's just about going to do it.
All right.
On 8d6, I believe 28 would be the average. So
10.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Pershing is off the table.
Eric says, I actually like
beautiful.
fast tanks for taking down the TD line. Get behind them. Well, Eric, Mike definitely did get behind us.
Yeah, he only took the best tank off the board. Oh. Everyone, get in the tricycles. Come on, get the rest of us across the road. Good Lord. Yeah, my next tank, I would like to select the big wheel, Chris.
Dude, if you're not riding the mean machine, you ain't riding.
Well, that one's got an extra armor, so we're not allowed to have that in our retinue. At any rate.
You got a big wheel with extra armor? I want that.
That's the mean machine.
Well, that was my point. The green machine was a better. We would. That's not been unloaded yet.
I could give you an M5.
Oh, right now the tank commander's looking around, going, well, "Where's everybody?" He's got his map out.
We had a plan.
Well, frankly, that kind of was the plan. But
Eric says he's on to Berlin.
well, and all the crowds are letting him go because they're like, "Who is this maniac driving by himself?"
Is that everybody then, Chris?
No, the other Wolverine has to go. Guy who's not going to roll any ones.
The undead, the non-dead Wolverine.
Wolverine, okay.
Shoot it soon enough. Hold on. A 1, 2,
This
2,
is you.
3, 4, 5. Like, that's the role I wanted my Pershing to have, not. Right? Am I crazy?
No.
All right. Here's my 1.
I'm going to step away for just a second.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, do me a favor and put a bunch of smoke on Elon's tank and tell him I destroyed it while he was gone. No balls.
Had P-51s come in.
Yeah. 5. Moving forward 5, please. I'm going to take one of my... Where? Oh, crap. And I cannot see F and Chris, who's just going to zip around who's just gonna back that ass up until he can see me.
Beep, beep, beep. What you gonna do, Slick?
Hold on. Where would another 5 inches take me?
Probably right to the hedge.
Okay, does that
Yes,
give me
yes.
any kind of cover at all? Or am I
No.
just sitting open?
If you want cover, you need to be sitting here.
I think that's a wiser position. And then I can just drive around it later, right?
Correct.
And I cannot see Elon's tank. Oh,
No.
I just need 2 acquire dice, which I just used one. Ah! Mother hooker. Right?
Well, you would be able to see him. This gives you one. You would have to have 2 acquire to see him because you're unbuttoned.
Okay, so where was I at the end of the other movement? Could I see him from there?
No,
If I,
because if you twist, you're going over 3.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and put me. Yep, go ahead and put me there. And well, can I? I can't do anything else, can I? Shice. All right.
How many acquires do you have?
I had. Oh, I had only 1 left.
No.
I see. Wait a minute. I can, if I had used my reload dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I would still have 2 acquire,
Okay.
right? Now, can I do that? Does anyone oppose?
One for being unbuttoned. 1 die, 2 die.
Okay, say that in English. What do you want me to do?
Okay, you got 2 acquire dice, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. 1 acquire dice takes care of that. The other
Right.
acquire dice takes care of that. You're unbuttoned, which gives you a freebie. That's season.
okay, and I can acquire. I have an aim. I'm using that.
Mhm.
I'm acquired, aimed, and I have a shoot. So he has, his strike is 8, so I grab 8 dice, or I have to roll the hit. What am I doing?
So you have to roll to hit first.
Okay, which is
He is less than 48, so it's a 6 or better.
how many dice? On
2
2?
dice.
Oh, Jay Wiley says YouTube is finally letting me comment. Hello, hi Jay.
Hey, Jay. I rolled
Hi,
a
Jay.
4.
So you missed.
Yeah, but put smoke on it anyway. When Elon comes back, tell him he died horribly.
I'm here.
You died horribly.
Horribly.
Yeah, there. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for your time. Is that an old Band-Aid you put on there? That looks terrible.
It's cotton.
I am unloaded, right? And I need to load later. But I am acquired and aimed. All right. Unless he moves. Got it. That's it, I think.
You are correct. All right. That was all 6, right?
Yep.
Okay. I took the liberty of bringing the M1, or excuse me, the M4 76 millimeter into play for you, Mr. Mike.
What do you? Huh?
You're bringing another M4 in
Oh,
because all you did was run that Pershing right off the table.
right. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, I guess I can get rid of the Persian sheet. Well, an armor 10 and strike 11, and he's the one that scoots off the table first.
Yep.
And I'm driving a
M4 Sherman 76.
Okay.
Strike
And
6
he-
or armor 6, strike 8.
And he has like 0 attributes. I love it.
Yeah, nothing. You got zilch. Hello, Mr. Wiley. Thank you for joining us. All right. M4 Sherman 76. You got the 3. Elon with the Jagdpanther. Ooh, you got the 6. That could be bad.
That may not be a bad thing, though.
And you know I got initiative, right? I had a 6 for initiative.
Right. Well, so does other people. So we're going to lay all these out first.
All right, sure thing.
Wolverine 1, you're a 4. Stug 1, you're a 5.
Okay.
David,
Yes, sir.
you're a 1 on the Easy 8. And Stug 2, you're 2.
Okay.
Now, who held 6s? I know Elon did. I know Jay did. And
I held 1.
and David held 1.
Okay.
So,
If you start at the top,
yep.
he's not getting displaced, so the 2 is not going to advance.
No. However, Elon will bump your Stug 1.
Well, Stug 1 had a 6 also. You know what? I'll trade with Elon. That's fine.
Oh, I don't mind going last. Jay, I think you might be closer to the action.
Okay.
All right. So, all held 6s are set aside at this point.
Yep.
And it's gonna go Easy 8, Stug 2, 76 millimeter Sherman, Wolverine, Stug 1, Jagdpanther.
Okay. Let's roll.
All right. So, David, you're up.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what we do here.
As a reminder, this is you.
Right. Yes. And I've got a 6, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. A perfect distribution, which doesn't help me move much, but I guess all I need to do is get into the farmhouse.
Look out!
All right, I've got to move a 6, and I will advance towards that towards the gate, but staying behind cover.
You got nothing but cover at this point.
Works for me.
Okay.
Is there any point to loading or any of that jazz?
Not at this point.
If I load, will it stay loaded until the next turn?
You're already loaded.
Oh, excellent. Very good then. I guess
Do
that's that.
you want to hold the 6 or do you want to use the 6 to move more?
No, I will hold the 6.
All right. Jay, Stug 2.
Stug 2. Rolling command dice. All right. I got a 1, a 2, another 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's try this. I'm going to use that 1. Chris, my intent is to go ahead and try to peek around the side, get alongside the road, behind that. Yep, right. Yep. I want to get along that road so I can get it. So I only get blocked by one hedge on the way to that Wolverine there.
All right.
That's my intent. And I'm rolling 2d6 for movement, and I get 11.
Ha! Of course.
But if I can get behind that hedge, do I only have to worry about one hedge there? Because he's still unbuttoned, so I only need one acquire.
Yeah, you're only going over that one.
Okay, but that's definitely a side shot also.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I like that side shot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change my 2 to a 3. So I'm acquired. I'm going to change the 2 to a 3 because I'm a tank destroyer. So I'm aimed.
Hold on. You're unbuttoned.
I am unbuttoned.
Better get you across that.
Yeah.
You still need another acquire here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You had two acquires?
I had 2 acquires, yes.
Okay. I just want
Yep. I had 2 acquires. I'm going to change 1 acquire into an aim because I'm a tank destroyer.
right.
I'm going to use my 4 to shoot.
Okay.
And what's the range on that? That's probably going to be just... No, that might be less than 48.
It's less than 48 because of the 4x6 mat.
Okay, so that's going to be a 6 to hit. Well, that's a 7 to hit because of the hedge. 7 to hit. And I rolled a 5. But I'm going to turn the 6 into... No, I've got a 5 to reload. I'm changing the 6 to a 4 to shoot again.
Okay.
That's still a 7 to hit. That's an 8. That hits.
All right. So your strike.
7
So you're going to grab +1 is 8.
is... Oh, he's unbuttoned?
He's a Wolverine.
He's
Oh, that's
Wolverine.
right.
He's open topped.
Okay. Let me get some...
So you're looking for 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Ah,
4s, 5s, and 6s.
dead.
And 5s and 6s are critical.
Why is it
I'm
4s,
mistaken.
5s, and 6s for him?
It's a side
It's
shot.
now a
John.
side shot.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay. And I got 1 4 and 1 6.
Okay.
I rolled 1 5.
Ooh, got you by 1.
That's 4.
Okay.
Because I only had 4 dice, right?
Correct.
Okay, I rolled 1 5.
Man, I
Okay.
rolled a lot of 1s and 2s there.
Number of hits exceeds number of saves by 1 or 2.
Yay.
Yup.
You've got 5s and 6s are critical.
Yeah, I only had 1 6.
Okay, so that is a permanent damage.
No,
Well, can't my
it's-
5 knock out the 6?
no, it's a temporary damage, Chris, because the preponderance of
Oh, that's
hits
right.
were not
That's right.
critical.
Yeah, that's right. So you'll lose a command die equal to number of excess hits. That's 1,
Yep,
but it can be recovered.
yep, it's temporary.
Okay, I can use that if I roll a 6 or something, right?
You can use
Right.
a 6 to get that back.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that's a
And I'm now
better than
unloaded.
it could have been.
I'm unloaded. I'm going to go ahead and button.
Okay.
You weak sister. All right.
Well, I put myself out there to actually get something done besides cowering behind farmhouses
I appreciate that, but I'm on the other side.
or running off the table.
Oh man. Was it
All right.
Joel? I was giving him a hard time during it. Oh,
All right.
man.
Mike,
Yeah.
we're bringing on your other M4 along this edge. Where do you want to bring him on?
Can I see it better? More better?
Jay, you want to kick over to action cam?
No, but I will anyway. Oof.
If you're bringing that one on, Mike, I'm going to go Nordo for just a minute here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where do you want him to go?
I want him to go where he's going to win.
That's up to you, son.
Can I put him to the left of the burning, the burning Wolverine? And does the Hulk provide any kind of cover? Oh no! Can I go right there to the left? Put me just to the left of the hedgerow. Yeah. And can I get my? Oh, he starts at the edge.
Yeah.
He doesn't get in. Okay.
So roll your d6s.
Oh. How much? Oh, I'm rolling my command die. Sorry.
It's like you've never played this game before.
Well, no, I was thinking that I get to start 12 inches into the.
No.
God, don't be so mean, Chris. Come on. I told you I never paid attention to the rules. Oh, man. All right. Oh, and he has no attributes, so I get one. I get 1, 2, 3s. a 4 and 2 5s. Awesome.
So roll 2d6s to see how far you go.
Yeah. All right. 8.
That gets you to the edge. All right.
And I'm going to use my 4 just to shoot into the jungle and reload.
Yeah, because stealth is your friend.
Well, yeah. Well, the drone is up there. They know where I'm at.
All right, Wolverine. 1. What are you doing? You just got shot at.
Hayaku. And he only has 5 command dice, correct?
Correct.
Not just shot at, but shot.
What you going to do?
Hold on. I'm going to roll some dice. I love it. 1, 2 3s, and 2 5s.
Nice.
Well, I guess I get the reload. That's 1. And let's see. What my? Well, I'm fast, right? So I can move one of these other dice over, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with 9.
Okay, where do you want him?
How far does that take me?
Get you right here.
Okay, yeah, and I like hugging that hedgerow.
Okay. Now what you going to do?
I'm gonna cry. 6.
6 would put you here. I would not suggest that.
Yeah, I don't like. Daddy doesn't like that. Yeah.
Right there.
Okay, so my aim's broken, but I'm still acquired because I haven't.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Another question: what puts as many hedgerows between me and Elon's tank?
Yes.
Does that put you?
That's
You
it.
see what I'm saying?
Hold on. Time out. Stupid phone rang and my headphones kicked over to my phone.
We can hear you fine still.
Yeah.
Elon, I'm sending that file to you right now.
Oh, fantastic.
Come on.
Do you usually play that in 1/285th?
No, I've got a bunch of 15 millimeter sci-fi stuff, both hard sci-fi and 40K Rogue Trader era Imperial vehicles that I've 3D printed.
Yeah, cool. For those following at home, we're talking about the sci-fi version of this because I've got a bunch of stuff for the game Cav that I wouldn't mind finding a rule set for.
Well, actually, another thing is Jay Wiley's listening. He's going to be running our game tomorrow of Battlesuit Alpha, which will definitely work for the Cav figures as well.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
A question, since I also have a bunch of Rogue Trader era vehicles and personnel, can you use these rules for individual figures, or are they really just adapted for tanks?
Really just adapted for tanks right now, but the Lardies are working on, they've got a couple of different projects. One's called What a Cowboy.
Okay.
And they're using 28 millimeter cowboy figures. I've kind of got on the back burner a kind of an infantry edition with an A to the rules.
Yeah.
So that's in development.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, what are we doing?
I made it behind the church.
Okay. I don't think so.
You know, I'm trying here. I just want, my question was, does that position put both of those hedgerows between me and the massive cannon that Elon is swinging over there behind the hill.
Yes.
So
Ooh. Well, if you back
you
up,
got it.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, it's not the hedgerows you got to worry about. You got a hill in the way.
Okay, so that's my question. Can he see me?
Not where he is right now.
Okay. Oh, because of the hill. Okay.
Right. He'll have to move to see you.
Right. And if I moved any further, then the other the tank that's got the side shot on me would have easier
So
bid.
right now, he is going to have to use some additional aim to lower some numbers on him.
Everybody say hi to Pippa.
Hi, Pippa.
Hello, Pippa.
What a cutie.
Pippa
Pippa is
was
very cute.
being rambunctious a moment ago, so she's calm. She's much better now.
She needed some attention, as we all do.
Yeah.
I
I think
understand.
that's all I can do. So
All right. That was number 4. Number 5, Jay, Stug 1.
Stug 1, Hachi Machi. Oh, I see him. I see him.
oh, yeah, we all know what's going to happen here. So let's just do it.
Said it was Dave Hill was. Oh, I forgot. Is that right? It says
Yeah.
thanks for tanks. Gotta
Dave
go. Not
Okay,
tacos.
take care, Dave.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep, we'll see you. We'll see you Wednesday, buddy.
Okay. All right. Stug 1. All right. I got a 1. Oh my lands. I got a 1. I got a 2, and I got 4 6s.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, come on.
I just see Mike with a mouthful of water. Going, oh, come on! Like
Liar, liar.
Jim Carrey, liar, liar.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and pivot turn. I'm gonna use my drive die. Pivot turn,
Mike,
and then
I'm kicking my own ass. Sorry.
And then D6, I get 6 inches. Let me go ahead and get into those woods far enough to see out.
Oh, just let the woods jump out of his way like last time.
Man, you complain a lot.
No, this is fun for me. Don't ruin it.
He would bitch if he got hung with a new rope. Come on,
That's right.
The new rope? What?
a new rope, not a nude rope. You sick
Okay.
bastard.
I do have an acquire. I'll change a 6 into an aim. And then there is no he's unbuttoned, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change that 2 into an aim, actually.
Ooh,
And
knock that
then
down to a 5, huh?
I'm gonna change a 6 into a 4 to shoot. And that's gonna get me that's definitely a 6 to hit there.
Yeah.
Rolled a 10, so that hits. So is that still unbuttoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Wolverine.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's going to be an 8
Notice all
strike.
the little dudes with their heads sticking out?
That's an 8 strike. And I rolled 2 5s and a 6.
Okay.
Hold on. The massive amount of dice I'm rolling in defense is slowing me down here. Whoa. A 5 and a 6.
Okay, so what you can take another
Another temporary die.
temporary die.
Temporary damage. Change a 6 into a 5. Change a 6 into a 4 to shoot again. That's a 9. That's a hit. And I've got, ouch, 4 6s.
Oof.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and change that final 6 into a 5 and reload again.
Oof. Go ahead and roll your 4 damage dice or armor dice.
A 5 and a 6.
Okay, so you had 2 go through. You got 2 more. Well, you got 2 permanent damage. Jay, you need to roll.
First one's a 2, so that's to the hull.
Yeah.
Second one is also a 2 to the hull.
Oof.
So that's
So
2
you-
pips.
So,
That's 2 pips.
All right.
yep. Ugh, not looking good for the home team.
Actually, that's not terrible for Wolverine. He's doing pretty goddamn good for driving around in a cardboard box.
That's soaking some hits, that's for sure.
It hasn't exploded yet.
No,
That's not too bad. I'll
no.
take it.
I missed a comment from Eric. He says recon by force. So that's definitely our game.
More like recon by rental to wrap.
Yeah.
I can only
All right.
use what you give me to work with, Chris.
Hey,
Just because the tank's
what
made out of tinfoil
better
doesn't mean
West
it's not a tank.
Star vehicles? Provide them to me.
All right, Elon.
Ugh.
It's your turn, buddy.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah. You can.
And I'm the last person this round, right?
That's correct, sir.
All right. Well, it looks like I just have the one target. I don't think there's any. Well, I'll see what I roll, but I don't think there's any way I draw line of sight to that new Sherman, right?
No.
No.
There's just
No,
all
no.
that nonsense in the way. Yeah.
Not without really exposing yourself.
All right. Oh, I got a nice spread here. So nice. I got 2 1s. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
So I got to acquire this thing, right? And so
Mhm.
if I use a 1 to go straight forward, well, I think that'll give me line of sight on that thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, Stug 1 buttons, by the way.
Okay. So for you to get line of sight on him, you're going to have to get at least past this line here.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
I'll use one to drive, and I got a 7.
Okay.
How's that look?
Looks like shit. Sorry.
You've got line of sight. He is fairly obscured, so it's going to require 3 total acquire.
Oh, is it really?
Now you
So if
tell
you're
him.
still unbuttoned,
That's
Uh-huh.
why I parked there.
huh?
Nothing. Keep going.
If you're still unbuttoned, that's 1. Then you're going to need 2 acquire dice to.
I think he
get
buttoned
jump.
up.
No, I never buttoned up.
Okay, no worries. I'm thinking of one of the other tanks.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. What's the I thought from there maybe I would just face that one Hedra. What's the
Well, the thing. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Time out. This isn't blocking line of sight, so it is just 1. Sorry, my apologies.
It's all right.
That's okay. And where does that 1 come from? Because I'm hit.
Because the majority of his vehicle is behind
Okay.
Pedro.
Okay. Cool. So
Giving a little bit of the doubt.
cool. All right. So I'm gonna change my 6 into a 2 to acquire,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna aim with my 3. And then let me just jot down what I have left here. And then I'm going to use my 4 to fire. And if I'm seeing this right, it's going to be a 6. And then do I get a 1 more difficult because he's behind cover?
Yeah, it'll be a 7 hit.
All right. Wondering if I should discard my reload to aim. Jay, do you have a suggestion about that? I have a 5 and I have another 1. I could discard the 1 to aim, but I might also want to use the 1 to like scoot out of there.
I think if you've got the 1 to scoot, you're probably okay to go ahead and aim and increase your chance of hitting.
With the reload.
Yeah, change the reload to an aim.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna
reserve that 1 for
just to get me over the
backing up
hump of the
yeah.
get me over the hump of the bell curve. All right, so I'm discarding the 5, or I'm changing the 5 into another aim. So that puts it to a 6. Is that right?
Correct.
All right, here we go. Ooh, I rolled a 6.
Woo!
That was a good choice.
Good thing you did. And
I
that
think
is
I'm rolling 13 dice. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
And you're looking for 4, 5s, and 6s, Elon, because that's a side shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This tank is insane. I got 7.
Oof. It's destroyed.
It's destroyed, yeah, because even if you rolled all 5s and 6s, that's still 3 more.
Yeah. She gone.
And then where do you think the best place, Jay, to scoot? I think probably just straight back or
Yeah, do a little J turn to the rear.
yeah. All right. I'll do that. And I got 2 inches only. But it'll at least put it'll give me can I get a turn so that my front is facing?
There you go.
Yeah, is that the maximum turn I can get?
You can probably get a little more.
I'm looking for both tanks on the table tap to hit my front.
Yep.
All right, cool. And that is me. This tank seems a little bit overpowered. No?
I was
Well,
doing the same thing last
it
time we
has-
played with the Pershing, Elon. So
Oh, okay.
It has a large gun.
yeah, I was pretty much almost doing the exact same thing you're doing right now. I was parked on the hill, just blowing tanks off the game board. So
Okay.
As we go into the new turn, we're just short of 2 hours, and we're gonna give it 1 more hour and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm good with that, if everybody else is.
Works for
works
me.
for me.
All right. So, Elon, you are getting picked first,
Woohoo.
and it's a 4. That Wolverine is gone. Hold on, let me pull the 6 out.
Hi, Chris Long shows up, says hello all. How's it going, eh? Happy belated Canada Day, Chris.
Yes. Oh, Canada.
I neglected to post my annual things I like about Canada, but real quick, it's includes all dressed chips, coffee crisp, SCTV, Kids in the Hall,
Gas.
Poutine, Corner Gas, yeah, Rush, Bare Naked Ladies, the Guess Who, Butcher Gardens in Victoria, British Columbia, among other things, and of course my gaming friends up in Canada, to include Chris.
Alrighty, gentle folk. This is how it plays out. Mike, your Sherman 76 is going first.
Ah.
Number 2 is Stug 2.
Yay. Chris says all great things. I will note that these dashboards that we're using were designed by Sean Suter, who is a Canadian wargamer himself.
Stug 3 is going, or Stug 1 is going 3.
I like it.
Yak Panther 4. And Easy 8 is going 5.
Now, I did reserve a 6 with that Easy 8. I don't know if that does anything.
That makes you go 5, and the Yak Panther makes you go 4, and the Irish Panther go 5.
Once again, Elon, you get to see the situation develop.
Yeah, that's what I'd like. I don't have anybody to shoot at right now.
Jay Wiley says poutine with an exclamation point.
As
I
well
would
you
dare
should.
say that there's not enough exclamation points after that poutine. All right. Mr. Burke, what are you going to do with your M4?
I'm going to drive it to the other end of the table. Thank you.
All right.
Let's see. Let's find out what happens. A 1, 3 3s, a 4, and a 5.
All right. Well, there you go.
And I have none of the sexy, cool. So basically, it gets me across the river, and that's it, right?
Yeah, I've already taken care of that for you.
Okay. And yeah, I suppose I cannot see anybody either since they couldn't see me.
Jay Wiley declares the Storm Crow in Vancouver is one of his Canada likes. And Chris Long says poutine and Canadian bacon on top. Ooh, that's back bacon. Yeah. Nice and crispy.
That sounds remarkably tasty.
All righty. Number dose. Jay. Stu 2. What you doing?
Well, let's see what I can roll. All right. 2 2s, a 3, a 4, and 2 6s. I suspect it's a whole lot of nothing going on there.
Yeah, because you can't see anything currently.
Correct. Yeah, I am tracking that.
Because that south wall to the village, that's taller than a tank.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to use one. Well, I'll just do this. I will back up with
You're
my
a
2
J turn
dice. Yeah, I want a J turn so that. No, not like that. I want to be more east of that barn. Let's see if I've got the movement to do. I've got 5 total inches of movement to kind of get to the east of that barn and face north.
Timber.
Just enough to do it.
Okay. And then with one of my 6s, I'm going to go ahead and turn that into a 1, and I'll get another 4 inches of reverse out of it.
More like that.
Yeah, I want to be. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to reserve this other 6.
All right.
It's going to take us
your
to.
other Stug.
Yep, it's going to take us to Stug 1. And I've got a cock die there, so I'm going to reroll that guy. Typical fashion, I've got 3 5s. A 1, a 3, and a 4.
A 1, a 3, and a 4, huh?
Yeah, 3 5s. Let's see. Can I see down into that courtyard from where I am?
No.
Boo.
You know what? If you didn't ask, the answer's automatically no, dude. So
If I rotate, can I see that 76 on the far east on just the other side of the stream? If I do a pivot turn?
You're requiring me to get down low.
If I do
Get that
something
laser
I haven't
out,
done
man.
yet, can I see something I don't see?
No, because you've got the
That stand
total
of
of
trees.
Well, no, you've got a total of 3 hedgerows in the way.
Oh, you're a hedgerow. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my one. I'm gonna use the one to reverse into the trees and try to. Yeah, unreverse into the. My intent is to reverse further into those trees so that I'm further obscured or unable to be seen from where I am.
Okay.
And I got 6 inches of movement to do it with.
Okay.
Hi, Todd. Todd Reese says, shoot. I got nothing to shoot at, Todd.
You missed the shooting, Todd.
Yeah. All right.
But you'll
Are you
notice
done,
that there are
Jay?
2 smoking craters.
You done, Jay?
I'm done.
All right. David, you're easy 8.
All
You're
right,
currently
I've got
sitting
6.
in a farmer's, or excuse me,
In the
one of
village,
the landed gentry's
in the estate.
courtyard. What you gonna do?
6 dice to do something about that. I have a 6, a 5, 2 4s, and 2 2s. So I guess what I'm going to do is turn that 6 into a 1. Otherwise, I'm stuck.
Yep.
Todd says, just thinking positive for more shooting. Well, we're trying, buddy.
If I advance, all right, I will turn the 6 into a 1. I hate to do that, but we'll do that.
We love it.
Is there anything else I can? Everybody's been turning everything into everything. Is a 6 the only thing I can turn into a 1?
Yes. Because the M4s are generic.
Ah, okay. So people have been using special abilities on other dice.
Correct.
Yes.
I get it now. Okay. We'll turn the 6 into a 1. That will give me 5 inches of movement.
Todd says you should put one of these on at Big Muddy First Saturday events at Miniature Market. I think it would go over well. I agree. Actually, there was a guy that did run What a Tanker. It was either that or a Tuesday night at either Miniature Market or Fantasy Books and Games, Todd. But yeah, I mean, it's a great game.
All right, there you are.
If I move that far, what can I see, if anything?
Nothing.
Which I
This is
suppose
Josh
also means
Panther,
nothing can see
although
me.
it's in the open. You're crossing
All right.
3.
We'll do that. That's my move. There's
All
nothing
right.
else I can do, I suppose.
All right, Elon.
All right. I don't know. And I still am not going to have any chance of seeing that Sherman on the northeast side, I don't think, right?
Over there? No. Or over here? Yeah. Those are-
Wow, I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice. Nazi.
Ideal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So
If I
for
had
you to
something
be
to
able to
shoot
see him,
I think is it not about going directly to the west? But I only have two points for movement, so I don't know if I could, you know what I'm talking about? If I just turn left?
well, the issue you run into is because of this hedge here.
Yeah.
All of this is in the way to black line.
No,
of
yeah,
sight.
totally. I'm just wondering if I rolled real well. I'm talking about like going behind that stew.
Over here. Oh, up over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I think it would take too much movement, but
Yeah,
no.
It can be done.
Yeah, it can be done, but it's gonna.
yeah, let's try it. What the hell?
Sure.
Let's see what I don't acquire, aim, shoot. All right, well, let's go one at a time here. I do have one for drive, so let's try that. I got 3 inches. Woohoo! To start me out that
Get you
direction. Okay, then I'm gonna cash in my 6 for another drive,
Okay.
and I got 5 inches.
And it gets you in the woods at least.
And can you put me close to the edge so that I can look for a line of sight there? Will that work at all, or are we looking for one more? Yeah, I'll do one more, just to keep it all on the up and up. All right, now I got 9. So put me in the. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of cover for being in the woods, but I want to be as west as possible so that I can ignore that hedgerow. Oh, good. Yeah, perfect.
Oh yeah. Actually, you're shooting the gap now.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
All right, and then
Damn larch.
Need.
I am buttoned up now. I said last time, so I have. But I if I'm shooting that gap, then I have 1 acquire, 1 aim, and 1 shoot.
Yep.
Bingo, bingo, bongo. You're needing a 6 or better.
All right. Uh-oh. I got a cocked eye with a 2 on the other face. Oh, so a 5. So I got a 7.
Yay.
That's a hit.
All right. And
Ouch.
is that a Sherman?
Yes, it is.
It is a Sherman.
So I'll just roll the 12 then.
Did you button?
I did. Oh, no.
No, David.
No.
Is that Mike's take?
I would have if there was no advantage to staying unbuttoned, was there?
Just to see.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'd
so
like to. I'd like
roll
to have
12
buttoned
dice, Elon.
I did not roll that well. 5 and 2 6s only.
Okay.
Good
Well,
enough.
that easy eight's got armor of 7.
And so I'm rolling 7 dice. Is that the deal here?
That is correct.
Looking for 5s and 6s, David.
I have 2 5s and a 6.
You block
That's it.
everything.
All
Okay.
right.
So you do have to roll a d6 to go back directly.
Because it's the same number of saves as hits.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is that 88 millimeter round pinged off of your glacis. You're kind of, whoa, what's going on? And you're backing up because you don't know what just shot you.
All
You know
right. So
something's
1 die
happening.
6. Is that correct?
Correct.
Straight back.
3 inches.
Now, Elon, that breaks the aim. You're still acquired, but that breaks the aim.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Thanks.
There you go.
And you still have line of sight, therefore you're still acquired through that gateway arch.
Cool.
I'm all about the gateway arches.
Yes. All right. Do you have anything else, Elon?
No, that's it for me.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, so new turn. This will probably be, well, we might get 2 more turns in.
It's
Okay.
a little quicker now.
We went pretty quickly on that last turn.
All right, Jay. Stu
Yes.
1 is 4.
Okay.
David. The easy 8 is 2. Jay, the Stug 1 or the Stug 2 is 5.
Okay.
Mike, your Sherman 76 is 1.
What do you know?
Elon, that makes you your Jagdpanther a 3.
Hey, all right.
Okay.
So, did anybody reserve a 6 that wants to use it to bump? I'll take that as a no. So, Mike.
Very
What you gonna
well.
do?
Oh, this game sucks. I rolled.
Says the guy that took his tank off the other side of the board.
Well, doing that, I should have, played the game and drove around behind. But hey, it's what it is. I mean, our mission was get off the table.
You followed the mission orders. I like it.
2 2s, a 4, 2 5s, and a 6. So my 6, I'll turn it into a drive die, since that's like the only thing this tank can do.
Right.
And that's a 9.
All right. What else you got? Is that it?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay. I just asking. Don't gotta get snarky.
It's like that's how
I think-
that's me any
I
day of
think
the week.
I was gonna say, I think that's just his general MO.
Oh, it is. David, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna roll. I got a 1, a 2, a pair of 3s, a 4, and a 5.
Outstanding.
So what can I do with that? Can I
Well-
see? I can see Elon's Stug on top of the hill, correct?
Jack Panther. But yeah.
What'd you say, Jack?
All right, Yog Panther.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's a super Stug.
Yeah. Jay corrected me. Can I see Elon's Yog Panther?
Yes.
The tank that just shot at me. I can see that tank.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Can I shoot? Can I shoot before I move? Can I shoot?
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
In that case, I like that option. I think what I'm going to do, I have
You got your
I have
acquire.
all the dice I need to. I've got my acquire. I've got my load. I've got my shoot.
You got your aim.
Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I have 2 aims.
Okay.
Hey, really quickly, I gotta put a dog OUTs here.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, so we're gonna take a 2 to acquire. We're
Yep,
gonna
I got
take a
that.
3 to aim.
I have 2 of those.
Okay, so you're
can
now
I
gonna
use
go
both?
from a 6 to a 5.
Okay, excellent.
You got a 4 to shoot.
I do.
So
and then
roll
a 5 to
2d6s.
reload after I've done that.
Can I ask a quick question? Doesn't he need 2 acquires to get me? I'm behind behind and he's
Yeah,
buttoned up.
actually, yes, he does.
And there's
you
also
would
a
need
hedgerow
2
in the
acquire.
way. Oh no, there's not. There's no.
No,
hedgerow.
you got that gap.
Yeah, but I am behind cover and he's buttoned up.
Yeah. He is.
So I would've-
he did say he wanted to be.
Yes,
behind
I
in
did
trees.
say I wanted. I did say I wanted to be buttoned, and he did say he wanted to be behind 3.
Yeah. So yeah, you would need to
Um,
acquire.
In that case, I'm going to scoot because that Yak Panther is scary. I'm going to scoot behind the wall.
Fair enough.
I am afraid of that Yak Panther, and so I am scooting behind the wall out of sight.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 1. Actually, you can roll 2. You can do 1 of 2 things. You're gonna roll 1d6 and kind of do a J turn, like that.
Mhm.
Or roll 2d6 and kind of go like that.
I'll
Good choice.
I'll do the J turn. I'll do 1d6 and a J turn.
Okay, go ahead.
That'll be 2 inches. So that wasn't a particularly effective choice.
Nope. You broke line of sight, so he no longer has acquire.
And I can't see him. I can't fire.
I'll take it.
Yep. All right. Number 3. So, Elon, what you gonna do?
Is this our last round?
We might have one more after this, Elon.
Well, Jay, I feel like the play might be for me to hold this tank here and you to go and double team the other one. Those are the only 2 opponents on the table, right?
Correct.
Does that sound okay to you, Jay, or you want me to go
Yeah,
over
that makes
and-
sense.
Okay. I mean, the other thing is I can just full ahead if I roll enough 1s.
And just chase them down.
You know what? That's at this point, Elon. That's what I'm saying. Action.
I don't know.
One,
If he wants me to do it, it sounds like a bad idea.
Come on.
You are a wise people, Elon. You are a
This
wise
is a
people.
friendly game.
But it's a friendly game, but I gotta win.
With Mike. It's a friendly game with Mike.
All right. I think given that, I mean, I could get 3 movements out of this, and I could aim, acquire, and I couldn't shoot. I think I'm just going to reload.
Okay.
And I mean, at this point, if he wants to come towards us, he has to come through that gate, right?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Took me
And
an
there's
awful
no
long time to go around.
and there's no Overwatch in this game, right?
Not really.
Correct.
No.
Todd's asking if these are 15 millimeter models. Yes, they are. The Stugs are both Battlefront resin. Actually, it's all Battlefront, isn't it?
The Jagdpanther and the 2 M4s are actually, well, yeah. Ultimately, yes, they are all Battlefront. They're actually Gale Force 9 tanks game.
But yeah, it's still Battlefront.
Yeah, still Battlefront.
The exception to that is the Panzer IVs that did not make the table. Those are Plastic Soldier Company.
And so
Yes.
I can't reserve a 6 to have a negative on my initiative to make sure I go later in the round. Can I?
No.
No.
Okay, then I'm going to reload. Then I'm going to use both 6s to reload again. So we're just doing reloading drills over
There
here.
you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Yeah,
Well-
you're shoving kraut into the breach.
That's right.
All right, and I'm done. I'm good.
That sounds
And Todd-
painful. That just sounds uncomfortable.
Todd's asking if there are more J3 virtual games. There are, Todd. We're going to have a later tonight at 7 p.m. David's running a full thrust game for us. That'll be on YouTube as well. And then tomorrow at 2, Jay Wiley is running Battlesuit Alpha preview game for the yet unreleased Battlesuit Alpha rules.
That's gonna be cool, gang.
Fantastic.
It is a great game.
That's good
It's
fun.
so fun.
So
All right.
was Elon 2 or 3?
I think he was 2.
I think I was
Elon
3.
was 3.
Well, who
Jay.
was- Oh, yeah,
Okay,
That's okay.
Stug
Stu's already
1.
done.
you're right.
Okay, Stug 1 then. Let's see what I got. I got 3 1s. That's a good start.
There you go.
I
Hoof it on
got
over to the east side.
2 4s and a 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what I can do with 66 of movement. All
I'm stepping away for just a second.
right.
Take time.
Yeah, the reason I'm encouraging attacking because we got 1 tank across, and according to my notes, that's a draw. So whatever happens in the next 2 turns, unless we get another tank across, this game technically ends up.
Okay, so I've got, let's see, 12, 18, 20 inches of movement.
You just want to go jitneying across there?
Yeah. We'll put the hunter and hunter killer.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like having no infantry out there with bazookas.
That's right. And
Yeah.
then I don't have anything to reserve. I've got nothing to shoot at. I'm loaded. So that's it for Stug 1. Stug 2. Let's see what I got there. Hachi Machi. 2 2s. 5. I'll reload. And 3 6s. Let's get all up in this cheddar. Let's see what happens. Let's see. That's going to be another D66 of movement. That's going to get me 8, 12, 18, 23. Let's not get all the way up in there. Let's not do that. But let's back off. Let's get right. Let's get my butt just barely in the woods. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
All
Yeah.
right.
Wasted a 6. I could have turned that 6 into a reserve, but oh well.
All right, that's that, right?
Yep.
All right. All right, David.
No, thank God.
Yes,
It was
sir.
so quiet when they came back. I thought something happened.
No, 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 no.
Five. Yeah, it was the rapture. Stu 2, we got a 1.
And we're all still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all present.
Mike, you're a 3. Elon, you're 2. Which makes Stu 1 a 4.
What was Stoop 2?
1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Hachi
So
Machi.
Stu 2, what you gonna do?
Hopefully, I get the right rolls here.
Nice.
I got 1-1. I got let's see, 3 5s, a 4, and a 6. Well, I'm gonna move forward. See if I can get. I got 6 inches of movement. That's not good. Just go ahead and move me forward 6. That's not going to get me close enough to shoot. No, that's Stu 1. That doesn't get me within 4 inches, does it?
Got too much
No.
terrain between us.
Yep. Yeah. You have to be within 4 inches to see it.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
Yacht Panther.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I've got a 6, but I would need to turn into a 2 because even though if I'm within 4, is that going to be blocking? Well, I'm buttoned, so it doesn't matter anyway. Well, hold on a second. Let me ask you this. If we're within 4, for the sake of the game, will you allow me to shoot with 1 acquire? Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter because I have to turn that 6 into a 2 anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can't get any closer and acquire because I'm buttoned. So it's a moot point. All right. Next.
All right, Elon. You got a whole lot of nothing going on. Unless you
Yeah, and I didn't get any drives except for 1 6, so that's not going to do anything. So, yeah, I'm good.
All right. Mike, here's your chance of redemption.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh man, I love this game. Let's see. 2 2s, 2 5s, and a 4, and 1 6, which is now the drive die. Oh man, I was hoping for a little more than that. Well, at the very least, Jay, there's going to be some shooting.
There you
No.
go.
Beautiful.
Well, no, because
You
I
don't
have
have
no
an
aim. I don't have any aim. Even if I park my tank right in front of him, you telling me I cannot?
Okay,
Our
I
nose,
will.
our
I
nose,
will-
nose.
I will leave it up to Jay as to whether he will allow you to shoot.
Oh, with
No,
my-
because I like the idea of Mike suffering.
So I go forward 5 inches. My guys get out of the tank.
Dismount and surrender, was it?
For goodness sake. I mean, that's basically all that I could do. Because I've got nothing but. Yeah, so I use my reloads and fires to just shoot point blank into the woods. At any rate,
Just blast the ass out of all the trees.
that's right.
All right. Stu won. Okay. All right. We got 2 1s, a 2, 2 4s, and a 6. All right. So let's try to get up on that hill. Let's see what we can do with some movement here. 4d6 of movement. Let's make this happen. Okay. I've got 14 right there.
There you go.
Okay. To be able to get close enough to acquire aim and shoot, you need another 8 inches.
Another 8 inches. Okay, well, I'm going to take this 6 then. Come on. Get me on the far side of the bell curve here.
Not asking
6.
for much, just a little, but that's not
6.
enough.
Hey, use your elastic ruler for once.
Oh man.
Oh, well. Okay, well,
That's a really disappointing turn of events for 3 tanks.
that's all right.
All right. David, what you going to do, buddy?
Well, roll dice, I suppose. Let's see what we got
Yeah,
here.
David, come out of there shooting, baby.
I have 2 6s, a 1, a 4, a 5, and a 3. That's going to be difficult because I have no way to acquire.
Use
You got
6s.
6s.
Oh, I could convert one of those into a. All right, I can turn it into an acquire.
Well, remember,
In fact, I
you need
need
it,
2 acquires,
you need 2 acquires.
but that's okay. I can make it into 2 acquires.
Okay, you got
All
1
right,
for
so
movement, right?
Let's roll my 2 dice and see if that'll get me through the door. I have a move of 8. Can I split that movement up? Is that enough to get me to the door and then potentially reserve a little for moving back?
Nope. No, unfortunately, it's an all or nothing.
David,
All right,
this
let's
game,
go ahead and go out. I'm going out the door. We're going out the door, and we're going to.
attack.
That's doing it. I'm doing it. We're on it. We're moving out the door. We're using 2 acquires to acquire that blasted Yak Panther that's been up there harassing everybody, and then
Okay,
I'm
you got
going
it.
to shoot it.
But wait, do you have a name?
I do.
Okay,
I only have 1, but I do have a name.
that's fine.
So is that a
So you're-
And
7?
then I have a
You're needing a
Shoot
7
reroll.
to hit.
on
2d6.
on what? 2 die 6.
Yep.
I missed,
All right.
and then I will reload, and we'll do it again if there's time.
Well, that is up to Jay. It is 432.
Yeah, I think
I don't think much definitive is going to happen in another turn.
yeah. So, gents, I
Well-
think this is
In
When-
one
when
more
I
turn,
see-
a lot's going to happen.
Yeah.
yeah.
One more
well,
turn, the Yak Panther could have a 3rd kill ring.
It's possible.
And Jay's
That's
true.
why
No,
Mike is
that
saying
is-
that not much is going to happen. Mike wants the game called at this point.
No. Well, hey, I'm okay. I'll play another round, especially if by weird chances Mike Sherman gets to go and I run past those 2.
That would be
They're
beautiful.
waiting for me. in
this
the
is
foot.
one of those situations where knowing that it's a one-off game and knowing that it's the end of the game, we made some very ahistorical decisions.
Yeah.
And and it really speaks to definitely speaks to what some of the weirdness that happens in a game because of those situations, right? And Chris, it's one of the reasons why I am wanting to do more of a campaign type.
Oh, absolutely.
Campaign type gaming. Exactly what that's going to look like remains to be seen, of course. But you wouldn't. A tank hunter isn't going to go driving into woods to hunt. To chase down a tank that, quite frankly, it probably didn't even see to begin with. But
Right, exactly.
I think there's definitely some room in our gaming for devising better ways to handle that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like one thing I've wanted to experiment with this type of online game is using multiple cameras to provide players with just their view from the cupola or just their view from the vision side, right?
I love that idea. That's a great idea.
And I'm not sure exactly what platform one would need to use to make that happen, but I definitely think there's room for exactly that type of game. I've heard about games being run at conventions where the table is literally at eye level. And for those who might be slightly vertically challenged, there might be like a small box to stand on to make up the 3 or 4 inches difference that might be needed. Something I've thought about doing at Recruits. Elon, the Recruits convention is held at a high school. Actually, it's the high school that Chris and I went to. And it takes place, the majority of the gaming takes place on the basketball court. And the basketball court has a mezzanine along 3 sides of it. And I've wanted to run games where the players are on the mezzanine watching the game basically from a bird's eye view like this, but they're getting impartial or imperfect information because their units are camouflaged on the table and the enemy's units are camouflaged on the table. Yeah. And they've got to make decisions based off of imperfect information. I definitely think there's, especially in a game like this where for most players it would be, a tank. I think it'd be a great opportunity to kind of explore those ideas a little bit. And, it's like Mike said earlier, or maybe it was David's mentioning how, we're in World War II era tanks, but we've got this drone's eye view, right? And that's always the challenge with this kind of game, right? And how do you replicate the decision-making based off of more perfect information than you would really have, right? Because my tank destroyers, they would never go into the woods like that because they would never know that tank is there, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's as fun for everybody, but it seems like it might be fun to do it like just true Kriegspiel style, where we don't actually see the players don't see any part of the board. And we just get information by text or email or by runner to tell us what our tanker sees or what our commander has been notified of, and we give our commands that way. And then if we're doing it this way, then after we're done, we can watch actually what did happen. Right. But we start out just with a map and with descriptions of what's happening. That could be fun, but then at that point, it's not really a miniatures game for the players.
Oh, certainly not. But I've run Kriegspiels. I've run double-blind Kriegspiels both in a face-to-face setting with 3 maps going. You've got the GM map, you've got the red map and the blue map, and in 3 different rooms. And then I've also run one online on Discord.
Oh wow, that sounds great! I've never played a Kriegspiel. I've always wanted to. That's why I'm always going to push for it.
Oh, absolutely. I
actually used to enjoy.
Go ahead, David.
I used to enjoy running Axis and Allies of all things like that, as a double blind with 3 maps.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great way to do it. And the great thing about that is that you are at that decision-making level where now was all the rolling was being done by the umpire in the 3rd room. Then I take it.
No, the way I did it, the players could roll, but they didn't. They didn't really see what the other guy had until there was contact.
Okay.
And so when a battle unfolded, everybody could come into the battle board, and you'd put your units down on the battle board and roll for them. But you never really found out. There were some search rules. I ginned up some search rules so that you could fly a search aircraft through a territory and potentially get an idea of what was there.
Okay.
Though you were at risk of being intercepted by anti-aircraft or potentially even fighters.
Sure.
So we had some search rules, and people would periodically use something like would use some sort of a light ground unit to scout.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, if it goes into a territory, it's in that territory, and a battle unfolds, and potentially they lose it. But you could do some scouting like that as well.
Yeah. No, I think all those are great ideas. And
double blind games are fantastic.
yeah, I definitely like doing those. They are a lot of work. They are a lot of work,
Yes.
but the payoff's really really high. So it's definitely worth it to do it. So overall, I had a good time. And we'll just kind of take it around the horn real quick. Let's see which version. There we go. We'll just kind of take it around the horn, and if you guys want to take a second to think about what you liked and what you might think could be improved, and we'll start Mike as the most
Loudest of
most most experienced. What are your thoughts on today's game?
most experienced military guy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I mean that's true too.
Most experienced player. I don't know about that. Well, I like what we were doing here in the sense that there was a mission. I don't know what your mission was other than stop us from getting across the table.
Yeah.
Because we've played. Remember, that one summer we played a bunch of these games and they turned into tanks, which are fun, but I prefer having a mission. And
Sure.
I think maybe something that would add to it was to come up with another mission besides get to the other end of the table.
Right.
I don't know if there's an objective. I don't know if we could come up with a short-term objective that would make something happen to influence the game right now. Because we've talked about doing campaigns where the result of this campaign impacts what happens in the next game. What if we had a short-term objective that impacted the game right now?
So
No,
if you meet objective A by turn 2 or turn 3, then something else happens that benefits you as that
Your new
team.
vehicles move on 16 inches deep into the, because they
Right.
control that half of the table or whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What the
No,
answer-
that's actually
That's a
very
great
similar.
idea.
That's very similar to what happens in another Two Fat Lardies game, Chain of Command, because as you move forward, you can capture enemy jump off zones, and that allows you to limit their future decisions.
Right. Well, and I'm saying all that because, like, for us, the Pershing was our best tank. And the reason I drove it off a board is because that was the mission.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept kicking myself, going, I should have just, for the sake of having fun, drove it around the stupid building to start attacking your tanks from the rear.
Yeah.
Right. But, and again, how many kill rings gets us? I don't know.
A status.
Yeah. Like if you get 3 kills in a game, do you get an extra command die for the rest of the game? I don't know. I don't know what some of these alternate, short-term goals should be, but I think adding that to this would give us, I don't know, it would spice it up a little bit, give us some more, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
Pizzazz.
Yeah, it would give us more angles and more choices. I like
Sure.
having choices and to make decisions.
Oh, absolutely.
When it's simple, and there's nothing wrong with a simple, easy, you can choose A or B, but if I can choose A through Z, that's even more exciting and unpredictable what's going to happen.
Well, since David and Elon had not played before, I wanted to keep it fairly straightforward at this point. Now,
Could have fooled
going
us,
forward,
Elon. You're smoke checking some tanks out there.
now going forward, we can definitely mix things up a little more. Like for the Westies, put a bounty on that Jagdpanther's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That
Because-
Jagdpanther is trouble.
Or give the Westies more tanks to start
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. Give
Yeah,
more tanks on the table to start. Yeah.
Well, now again,
Of course, the Jagdpanther, the 2 kills the Jagdpanther made were the tinfoil tanks. That does say something. It didn't just wipe out the Sherman. The Sherman shrugged it off.
yeah.
Well, that's you would use the tinfoil tanks to screen the rest of the convoy to, keep pushing it. At any rate.
No, I like all those ideas. David, what are your thoughts?
This is my first time playing it. My first thought is basically that it plays fun. It's a fun game. I liked the I liked the dynamic of how the movement and everything works. If I had any criticism, I'm not a big fan of. I'm very fond of either simultaneous movement or predictable initiative. I'm not a big fan of initiative by random chance. So something that would give, maybe there should be something that gives certain tanks an initiative advantage, that they're more likely to. The initiative seemed very random. That my thinking is that Pershing is probably not as nimble a tank as the Wolverines, and so the Wolverines really should be able to just scoot more than they did. Or that maybe and I'm not an experienced tanker, and so maybe I'm wrong about all of this. Maybe I'm just mistaken, but that's something that struck me.
It kind of makes sense that the big heavy tank wouldn't fly across the table,
right?
In one turn.
Well, the Persian was a fast tank, though.
Yeah,
it was.
Well, and it occurred to me that if fast is an attribute, what if that's an automatic bump? Or I don't know.
No, I hear you.
That's an interesting thought about the initiative.
One of the things, a game that I've played a number of times in the past that I particularly like is Red Sun, Blue Sky. And it's an aerial combat game. Certain aircraft, because they have a better view, like the A6M0 has a bubble canopy, has a greenhouse canopy, and so you can see behind you. Therefore, the A6M0 automatically has a little bit of a bonus to its initiative that, say, the F4 Wildcat does not get. It's not the M6, the Mitsubishi Zero. It's not actually any faster than the Wildcat particularly, but the pilots may not be better, but they can see all around them, so it gets a little initiative bump.
Okay.
Just automatically every time.
All right. I will note that your preference for written orders is going to come to the fore here later this evening with your full thrust game.
Yes.
With written orders, and it's several.
That's going to be it's going to be a challenge. We'll see how it goes, but
yeah.
Well,
right.
we've played full thrust remotely like this before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did it on on the YouTube, just like this with Star Trek ships. Yep. Elon, I'll give you the final word. Being the newest member of our gaming group.
Well, I thought it played fun. I had a really good time, and you guys are all great to play with, and it was really a lot of fun. In terms of I haven't played it that much, and I don't know much about the period, but for me, I think what we're all focused on is what happened with the Pershing, and there's a number of issues involved there, and I think scenario might be part of it. But in terms of game design, I think this is a really solid rule set, but it seems like I might like it better if there was a limit to how many drives you could do in a round, right? And then maybe if you have the fast ability, that gets added on to that minimum, so that you by default are going to be able to move a little bit faster. But something that just would limit so that the Pershing can't move quite so quickly, because I think you covered over 3 feet in that 6-foot table. Huh?
It was over half the table, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And so just in terms of design for the game in general, like you don't get that in every roll, but there's no other number that you roll except 6s that you can stack like that. So that I think is the main thing. I also, am not crazy about initiative without an Overwatch dynamic, but that really changes the game. I really like the way it changes because it seems to me, never having been anywhere near a firefight or training, it seems like a lot of people taking cover and aiming at an area is a feeling that would seem realistic to me, or that would seem good in a gaming way. But I don't know. So I guess those are the two observations that I would say. Like, I wouldn't mind an Overwatch thing, or something that just allowed me to, like, if my initiative was wrong and I was pointed and wanted and I got to go first, something that would allow me to shoot at the thing that I knew was about to come out.
Yeah.
But it was still it was a great game. That didn't none of it ruined it for me. I really wanted it. In terms of me playing the game, I really wanted to see the duel between Jay, you, and Mike.
Yeah.
I guess the scenario, that's about the scenario, but it was like kind of getting exciting. Like, you were taking cover, he was like playing the edge of the forest, and like I wanted to see what was going to happen in terms of like a duel of like backing up or shooting or something. And so the dice rolls like made him get the points, but I think we all wanted to see something different there.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I get what you're saying. Well, on that note, gents, thank you very much for participating in this inaugural game of Virtual J3.
And thank you, Chris, for running it.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Very welcome.
This was a lot of fun.
I really do like this rule set, and the thing is, it's certainly not. It doesn't do everything for all people, of course. I definitely think you're onto something with the Overwatch idea, Elon, and maybe, and again, the tearing ass across the countryside like that it's a very ahistorical aspect to this game. But then again, what kept tanks from doing that was knowing that there are other tanks out there, and that there are small groups of men with bazookas and Panzerschrecks and Teller mines and all sorts of other things that can make my tank go boom, and I'm not going to see them, but they're sure as hell going to see me, And I think there's some. Well, I know that the Lardies had a Christmas special 2, maybe 3 years ago. It might have been 2019, where they wrote a scenario or published a scenario where one side had static anti-tank guns, or maybe there was hunter killer teams with Panzerfaust or something like that, and it really gave the attacking player pause because of that. And I know, Elon, I said I'd give you the last word, and here I am talking, but it's my show, damn it. Guys, thank you, and we can talk about this forever, but again, thanks for playing. Coming up at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, David's going to be running a full thrust game for us. Elon, you're going to be joining us for that, I believe.
I am. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've only played that once.
Nice preview.
Oh,
there it is.
That was great.
Chris, are you playing in that one as well?
Just a little preview.
Yeah, I got word from McMurray, Andrew, that he forgot he had a stupid wedding to go to tonight.
Yeah.
So I will be stepping in for him.
Okay.
So
and Eric Huck will be joining us for that one as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Full Thrust is one of those games. Have you ever played Full Thrust, Elon?
I converted it for galley warfare when I was living in Texas. We called it Full Stroke.
Perfect.
And,
I love it.
This is being taped, by the way. Congratulations.
That's all right.
It worked okay, and it was kind of fun, but I don't think it was the full stroke. I don't think it's the full thrust that it could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be a modified version of Full Thrust. I'll explain some of the changes later when we get to that game. But
yeah, and that was like 15 years ago, also. So I essentially will need a lot of introduction.
That's all right.
It's pretty straightforward.
All right. Well, guys, on that note, thank you very much. We will, those of you who are going to be playing, we'll see you here in a little bit. And those who are watching, we'll have the new link, because I messed up how this is working. I'm going to go ahead and put that new link out on Twitter shortly. and of course, we will have a new StreamYard link for participants here before too long. But in the meantime, as always, if the wargaming you're having isn't any fun, you make it fun. That is all.
Bye bye.